Shining, shining like a diamond. I see people.
Hello Team Bella and welcome back to the channel. It's me, your girl, Mrs. Thinking of a Master Plan, and I'm so happy to bring you a different type of video today. So before we jump in, I want this to create some healthy conversations. So make sure if you enjoyed the video, you show me some love by giving me the thumbs up. And in the comments below, let me know if you agree or even if you disagree with the steps that I've listed during this video. And last but not least, if you are new to the channel, I would love to have you as a member of Team Bella. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button below and don't forget about the notification bell. Okay, so I am excited because, you know, I have to be who I am. And who I am is Mrs. Thinking of a Master Plan, Planner Babe Extraordinaire, and also I am also Miranda, Regional Talent Acquisition Manager. And so a little bit about my background outside of planning. I've been in HR, recruiting, talent acquisition for about 18 years. So I feel at this point, I am a subject matter expert in the field, and therefore I feel comfortable giving these tips. And more importantly, I have felt some of these various feelings or seen these signs in previous work situations, or it happened to me during my most recent transition. So for those of you who are not familiar with my story, I made a decision at the beginning of February to leave my employer of 2 years and join another company. Essentially in the same role, but different type of recruiting. So for me, recruiting is recruiting as long as you know the fundamentals, right? But anyway, I wanted to tell you or share with you some steps that I think you should take. So the title of the video, of course, is how do you know it's time to get a new job? Okay, so first thing is complacency. So if you find yourself in a place where you're not utilizing all your skills, you're super comfortable, you have the routine down, you can do the job in your sleep, you're not being challenged, you've become complacent, and it's easy to happen. Before I came to my former employer, I was at a position for 8 years, and I was super comfortable in that role. I knew if A happened, then I needed to do A, B, and C. And then if D happened, I needed to reach out to person 1, 2, 3. So I was super comfortable. So if you're complacent, in my last role, I found myself to be in a place where I felt my skills were also being dulled. And one of the ways that I saw that was through the fact that, and I'm going to be super transparent here, you know, most of you who are familiar with my planning know, you guys know that I typically never shared my work planner because, you know, confidentiality and for the protection of my clients. But you did know that I was on back-to-back conference calls all day. Well, some of those conference calls became fairly uncomfortable for me. I felt like I was either defending my department, defending my team, and defending, in some cases, my job or my management style on a daily basis, day in and day out. So when you are defensive, then it makes it really difficult for you to be a person that is open to feedback. And I always want to be open to feedback because feedback helps you to identify maybe an area of opportunity that you didn't know that you had or a weakness that you had. But I had become so defensive, and being defensive doesn't allow you to take accountability or see where you could have done something better or differently in that situation. So I felt myself being that person, and I never want to be a person who's not open to feedback, constructive criticism, and things like that. So that's sign number 1. Sign number 2, you dread going to work. You hate going to work. And I don't mean, oh, I didn't sleep well last night and I'm tired and I don't want to go to work today. I mean, those that are looking forward to using all their sick days, those who, as quick as you earn a PTO day, you're using it immediately and you have no PTO time. That's what I mean. Or if you find yourself always venting to people about how much you hate your job, then that's also a sign that it's time to look for another job. I would say health, and these are not kind of in the order that I felt them. It's just kind of in the order that I wrote them down. So don't think health, of course, would be the first and foremost reason for me. So any job that you have that is interfering with your health, you should certainly seek employment elsewhere. So if you're in a high stress environment and maybe you suffer from anxiety, maybe you want to reconsider that, especially if you do not have your anxiety managed or you don't know what the triggers are to your anxiety. So that's just an example, but health is first, definitely. If you've reached the glass ceiling, so if the next promotion is just not there, there's no more growth potential or career pathing at your current organization, then maybe it's time that you consider going to another organization that will allow you the opportunity for growth. And then I'm looking down at my notes if you see me looking down. Number 5 is an interesting one. So it's procrastination, borderline work avoidance. Okay. And by that, I mean tasks that you normally come in and maybe a year ago, you just be like, boom, 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 boom. You're knocking it out. You procrastinate to get those tasks done. You're waiting closer and closer to the deadlines to make things happen. If you're salaried and you're not punching the clock, you're taking extra lunch breaks. Maybe you're coming into work, habitually late, or maybe you habitually leave early, those types of situations because you just do not want to be there, then that is also a sign that you need to leave your job. When you've become disengaged or separated and you don't know how to, and you can't get back to grounding and, being excited or happy to go to work. So those are some of the things that I feel like were top 5 reasons that I have left a job or would consider. And if you are feeling 2 or more of these 5 things that I mentioned, then you definitely want to stay tuned for the next piece in this series where I talk about how do you move on? How do you find your next best position or the next job for you? I think that's important. And people say it time and time again, and being, in recruiting or talent acquisition, I certainly think it's true. It is easier to find a job when you already have a job. Let it be your decision to move on, and no one's making that decision or forcing that decision on you. Okay, well, that concludes this first part of my series in how do you know it's time to find another job. I hope you enjoyed the video. So if you did, do not forget to do the 3 things: like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, Bella.
Shining like a diamond. I see